Aloha! This is your bratty Squirrel, here with a quick disclaimer. The Squirrel Tangent podcast contains explicit content and parental discretion is advised. So no bitching if you get fucking offended by anything. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Alrighty then. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Squirrel Tangent. It's been a couple weeks, so I figured we might record something for you.
Oh, it's not because we didn't want to.
Yeah, but hey, at least I personally enjoyed making that best of episode.
Have you recorded since you did the hard reset?
Well, we recorded that week. And we haven't done any kind of an update since then. By the way, since I did the battery reset or hard reset, turn it off, continue en route, whatever. The ticker's doing good.
But I'm paranoid, and I message him in the middle of his shifts of how's the ticker, and if he's gonna walk somewhere, I'm like, walk slowly. Be careful of your ticker.
Yeah, I have to be extra careful on physical activity. Although I am back to work.
And only for because of how it happened. It came out of nowhere, and it can come out of nowhere again.
Yeah, it can. While I'm at work, though, I love to bring up bumper stickers and license plates that I see. I saw a bumper sticker and wow, it was I heart ass.
Wow.
And
at least he's honest.
And then in fine print underneath it was Trology. But it was I heart ASS.
If there were flying asses in space, ass among the stars, I'm sure this person would be quite happy.
Right, yes. It was, I'm driving down the street and every once in a while I'll see that bumper sticker or license plate that makes you go, really? What? Then we had, the handicap battle royale on my bus.
That was fun.
So, and it's funny in a, wow, I can't believe that happened kind of way. Not funny in a way that, because people fighting is never funny. But
watching someone with a walker and the other person in a wheelchair, you gotta admit.
So as the story goes, I'm loading up a whole truckload of people at one stop. Like, my bus is full. There are 2 wheelchair spots on the bus. However, one of those wheelchair spots is also seating, so I have to move seats out of the way. If there are people sitting there, I have to ask them if they're willing to move. I cannot make them move. In this particular case, there was already somebody sitting there with a walker. I asked. They said no because they need the seat.
Don't they have signs above saying that area is priority seating for
the elderly and the disabled?
Mm-hmm.
Dude with a walker. He was part of that priority.
Yeah.
And it is still, I cannot make people move.
Really? Because back in Hawaii, they just come up to you and go, okay, you gotta move.
Right. And that's what a lot of drivers do, but it's...
You're just too nice.
I'm a nice guy. Plus, the rule is we can ask them to move, we can't make them move.
The first rule.
Because we don't talk about it. The
first rule of handicap seating is...
I load up one wheelchair, get him into a spot, roll down the bar that holds him in place. And then the other wheelchair, after I tell him that the people have said no, that they need the seats, he comes on the bus anyway and decides he's going to argue with the people sitting in the seats and tell them they're being rude fucks. And try to ram the dude in the walker with his wheelchair. So the dude in the walker with his wheelchair is like, fuck you, fucker, and starts kicking the dude. I'm like, really? Are we going to have a handicap fight on my bus? I mean, this...
You would have had a Paralympics boxing match.
I mean, at least they all had their limbs. I mean, there's that. I mean, if it had started getting into a stumping match... Stumping. Not the worst thing I've said this week.
I want a man with no hands. I want a lover with flashy stumps.
Oh, there is something wrong with us.
Ow! Ow!
Speaking of something wrong with us, so I found an article that you're gonna laugh at, Randy.
Oh, I don't want to laugh. It makes my back hurt.
So this 30-something-year-old lady in England this time. The weird medical stuff is always England.
And just the weird stuff in general comes from Florida.
Yeah. Well, no, stupid from Florida, weird from England. So this lady apparently was so aroused that she died while pleasuring herself with a vibrator watching porn.
Well, at least she went out the way she wanted to.
Right, but you know, you've heard these people talking about, you know, if I die, you know, clear my internet history.
How can you? It's right there.
Like, Pornhub was on the front page, you know, it's just like...
If that's what she was into. We don't know what
Pornhub has pretty much everything.
We don't know if she was on Pornhub.
True. It could have been, you know, the hamster net. There's, God.
She could have been on the dark web watching alien tentacle porn.
No, that's on Pornhub.
No,
that's on Pornhub.
And how would you know? Are you getting off to fucking alien tentacle porn?
Out of pure curiosity, I've looked up the hentai stuff they have on there.
You have 2 bottles of lotion next to your bed.
That's because I'm having to lotion my damn feet every damn night.
Yeah,
because
blame the feet. Blame the feet.
Right.
Blame the feet.
That now that I'm shaving my arms. But
his pee-pee is probably the most hydrated thing on his body.
Oh, God.
It's silky smooth.
They've got everything on that damn website. Just out of pure curiosity, because somebody told me about one particular genre and I didn't know what it was. Then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, wow, okay.
But you looked it up.
Of course. I have a really morbid sense of curiosity. I'll look up anything.
Anything?
As long as it's legal, I'll look it up. I tried to find Blue Waffle.
You won't watch Dr. Pimple Popper.
Well, no, I said I'd look up anything. And I have looked up the pimple popping stuff. And I'm like, oh, no, that's disgusting. I don't need to ever watch it again. I'll give anything one shot.
hurt.
Yeah, she's been having some serious back issues lately, and we need to pull out the Jiggy Machine.
The Jiggy, what we call the Jiggy Machine is actually a TENS unit machine.
Yeah.
The ones that you see people using for labor simulation.
And working out.
Cramps.
Yeah.
And men cannot believe, because there's videos where the women try it on first and they're like, yeah, it's like this all the time, during the whole time. And then they'll slap it on the guy and put it on the same level. And they're like cowered over on the ground, screaming, stop.
And you know the bad part is, though, is because I've had back spasms before. When somebody did that to me, I was like, yeah, that really hurt. That really hurts. I didn't do the whole...
That really hurts.
That really hurts.
It really hurts.
I didn't do the drop down on the ground because I kind of live with that pain on the daily, but it's like, yeah, any guy that thinks that cramps really aren't all that bad, why are women bitching about it? You can just suck it, because they fucking hurt.
Yeah. Try walking around with a barbed wire cock ring the entire time for a whole week.
Ugh.
Barbed wire cock ring, and not the one that just goes to the base of your pee-pee. The one that goes
around the sack,
all the way around
the sack, and kind of twist it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no,
mm-hmm.
that's visuals and thoughts that I don't need.
Or you can go into the fetish realm and you can put on a cage.
I can
let a girl turn you on the entire time, and your pee-pee can't grow.
I can't get that.
It's only about maybe, unless you're already only rocking 3 inches. 3 inches of fatal fury, and
unless you're already rocking nothing but a clit rubber.
If that, guys can't find it on the regular basis anyway. Do you know how many times I've had guys like fast and furiously rubbing the crack between my lip and my thigh? Yeah. How does it remotely feel? And back then I wasn't dry like the Sahara Desert. Yeah. That dumb.
Gentlemen, there are how-to guides everywhere. You can look up and have a very clear, drawn example of what the vulva looks like. You can get the cupcakes that has a little pearl right where you should be putting your tongue.
You know what I found out, though? The vulva is actually the outside area of your vagina. Your vajuju of the vagina is the inside.
The vaginal canal. The vulva is basically the labia and the outer labia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you have. Okay, I need to clear something up about this word fupa and what people think it is. It is not the stomach area that hangs over the vagine. That is called the apron. And fupa, when you get to the actual vagine, you got the slit and it's all the way down. And then you've got this upper fat area, which is technically called a mons pubis. If it's, not like, I wouldn't say normal, but the textbook version of a vagine. So if you've got this upper fat area right above your vagine crack slit, that is a fupa. And the technical term again is called mons pubis. It is not your stomach hanging over the top of your vagine. That is an apron.
And for the innocent people, the fupa is a fat upper pussy area.
Yeah.
There was a song about it. It was hilarious.
But even they got it wrong.
Yeah. Although that was the first time I'd heard that term.
It was somebody stupid. And it was that song that started it, actually.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, that's kind of like the term Milf. That was straight out of American Pie.
American Pie.
Never heard it before that. Now, mom porn... absolutely a thing before that.
And then it turned to MILF porn.
Exactly.
And then you've got different categories because, some men have certain flavor of MILF that they like. So you've got Asian MILF.
Mm-hmm. There's redhead MILF. There's cougar MILF. There is.
MILFs. Well, not all.
Not all MILFs are cougars. Although, what's the cutoff mark for cougar?
I don't know. To me, it's always been if you were 10 years and up older than the guy.
Okay. That'll work.
Yeah, so... I suffered from major cougaritis.
Oh, God.
And it's not that I search it out. I've told you for a fact, it's like, this dude.
Like, he's in his 20s.
I'm like, he's younger than my fucking nephews, dude. That's it. No. And then there's women that just give zero fucks.
Yeah.
And they're like, come here, you big boy.
Well, I gotta think it's because guys that are their age are not quite so enthusiastic anymore. They can be, I'm sure, but it's like, well, once you get past a certain age, it's not that they can't get up and do the job. It's just that they don't quite have the energy or stamina.
There are the unicorns.
Yeah, they just don't typically have the stamina that a 20-something-year-old has.
That's why it's a cruel joke from...
Yeah, women when they reach their prime the men their age are no longer, they're well past their prime.
Usually, yeah. For women, it's in their 40s. I would say from late 30s.
Yeah.
Into their 40s. And men, it's just... But then when they're that young, either that's just a thing to be with older women, so they've gained all this experience, or you've got the young ones who keep playing around with the young girls, and you just happen to be their unicorn.
Right.
And it's like Jackrabbit fucking. Yeah.
Oh.
No.
That's how it is.
If I gotta soak my lower torso in Epsom salt, in a bath with Epsom salt, to tenderize my bits because it's all banged up.
That's kind of like that video that we shared back and forth just to gross people out a long time ago. The Juju lives. Like seriously, they were just like flapping in the wind.
And they had like sticker eyeballs on them.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But I think everything's funnier with sticker eyeballs. It is. It's true. You put sticker eyeballs on a ad for a law firm, and come on now. Then you get the lawyer that looks like the bad guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh, and that voice from him. That was like the most annoying voice. Yeah, I can't even do it. I can't.
And wasn't that Christopher Lloyd?
It was Christopher Lloyd. That was a skinny.
Showed my fucking age.
Well, you know what? We show our age because of things like the other day we were listening to music and you're like, this playlist is making me feel old. And my honest response back was, if we listen to music that didn't make us feel old, we wouldn't like it.
That's how I know I'm old. I watched the MTV Music, the Video Awards. Mm-hmm. I knew one person. One. I'm like, who the hell are the rest of these people? And half of them, I couldn't understand what they were saying because it was like, and then they're all the way up to the mic like, yeah.
What's worse is like only 7 years ago we were DJs. We were up to date on all the current shit.
Mm-hmm. And now I can't. Can you imagine if we had to play that shit now?
Not the current up to date stuff. I mean, I could go back and refresh my memory on the stuff when we got out of it.
No, I mean, like if we were still doing that on a semi-regular basis and have to play like that one freaking party we played and had to play the same 3 songs over and over.
Fucking teach me how to Dougie.
By the end of that night, I wanted to find Dougie and kick him in the nuts and like kick him in the knee so he could never Dougie himself again.
Although some of the funniest things in the world come from being a DJ, like when people come up and they can't remember the name of a song, so they try to hum the song. Yeah,
they had in a extremely loud club, they try to hum a song to you. And so they basically just look like they're going with their lips in the hum position. You're like, yeah, that looks real cute. Thank you.
Or they
try to sing it.
The singing is sometimes scary, but when they get the name of the song wrong.
Oh yeah, can you play Boots with the Fur? Can you play Boots with the Fur? And mind you, this was Grandma asking us for, can you play Boots with the Fur?
Oh God, yeah.
And it's like, as soon as you tell me the name of the actual song, it's not like we didn't know what it was, but
right, and we knew because pretty much everybody called it the Boots with the Fur song. Like the song "Bad Touch," nobody knows it by that name. Everybody calls it the Discovery Channel song.
Yeah, and then. If the song the Electric Slide just like poof disappeared from existence and nobody could find it ever again, I would not be sad.
You were almost at that point before you even met me though.
Oh yeah. Because that song came out when I was 19. Boogie
Oogie Oogie.
Boogie Oogie Oogie. When it came out in the club.
It's that dick. But, well, see, now, wasn't the Casper Slide even older than that?
No. Around the same time. If not maybe a year after.
And then there was that other one that came out, the Cha-Cha Slide, and then the other one was, the Casper Slide was a new one. No. What was the new one that came out? Cupid Shuffle.
Okay, after doing it like the first 3 times, I'm good.
Right. Now, here's the problem.
And then the thing is everybody jumps on the floor and starts doing it in their own damn direction. So I would stop the song. I'm like, stop. And I'm not talking about hammer time. Stop. Everybody stop what you're doing. Turn around and face me. So you got to wait for everybody to reorganize. Stop. Face the DJ booth. And I'm like, okay, so we don't have people banging each other in the head or kicking each other in the knees. I will start this all over again. Oh, but I don't know how to do it, so I was watching. I was like, I will direct you. So you guys all go in the same direction.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And then I would start the song again. You see them all waiting. I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's start. To the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the right. You're right. You're right. Not my right. You're right. Go right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And see, now what's worse is that every party had them. Like, you'll hear them occasionally here.
And then there hasn't been, I don't know. Don't go to the club no more because I'm too old for that shit. And the rare occasion somebody can get me to go to one, I immediately remember why I don't go in the first 15 minutes.
And it's not because of the music, or the loud music. It's not because of anything like that. It's
because the guys are all sweaty and stink. And then the girls are
preening.
They're all medically altered. And they may as well have like glued fig leaves to their tatas and their vagine and just gone out like that.
Pretty much at this point.
Yeah. Especially in Vegas.
It's a meat market. Now, not that I'm complaining about the visuals, because I enjoy looking at the half naked or 3/4 naked women.
But I can't tolerate looking at the stupid.
Yeah, the stupid bugs me. But
you know, the drunk and stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go, my petite.
I can't do it.
That's why, honestly, at least...
and that is just showing my age. I don't know.
Even when I was DJing, though, I didn't want to go to a club. I would rather go to a bar. Just someplace, give me a place with a jukebox. If they had a live DJ, fine. But it was like a bar that was just
and live
cool.
bands are better, even better.
Yeah.
Remember that time we went to Pink Cadillac?
Yeah.
With shit for brains.
She and I have made some bad choices and people to hang out with for a long time. So it's a rare thing, if ever we'd even consider hanging out with anybody else.
Yeah.
There's like 2 people I might hang out with from work. Yeah, that's about the end of it.
And then when you're doing the DJ thing,
you don't really want to go out?
No, it's not that you don't really want to go out. You all of a sudden have people that want to be your friend that never wanted to be your friend before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Although I never really ran into that because I was never a DJ any place where anybody knew me. Probably one of the reasons why I had a hard time getting so much business. Nobody fucking knew me in Hawaii. Any gigs I got was completely by random chance and referral. Oh man, but yeah, no, it's been that kind of week, you know, the
and then
handicap battle, the
last time, you know, the reason why we just posted the best of thing,
yeah,
is because my back, you know, I've talked about my disabilities,
yeah,
a few times on here, but lately it's getting to the point where I'm walking with a cane all the time now, and I've been kind of going through a depressive period, more like a depressive mourning period, because it's just another ability I'm losing. Because now I can't really cook because I can't stand for long periods of time. So
the upside though is I got to learn how to make curry.
Now I have to sit there and coach him, and
it's not that I can't cook, just that the things that she cooked back home in Hawaii is different than anything I cooked before.
And he's one of those that will go by precise measurements. And I was never taught that way, by precise measurements. It was always by...
Well, I don't mind I need to know what to look for. Like when I'm kneading dough, I need to know the texture that the dough needs to be. And then when somebody tells me, I don't know, I just feel it. I'm like, well, exactly. that doesn't help me. I need to know what indications to look for. There is an indication. But we figured it out. We made curry. It was really meaty curry.
It was a very woody curry?
Meaty. What did you think I said?
That's what I thought you said. I just had to make sure.
Because remember, it was like extra chicken in there.
Yeah, you... Brother cut up so much fucking chicken, never even have gravy.
It was just green chicken with potatoes.
Green chicken? Ow! Don't make me laugh, you dick. And that's another thing, you know, like how, I don't know, for men too, like how when you had your hernia surgery, you don't realize when you cough or sneeze how much of the strength comes from your bottom core area. So I'm laughing, and it's my back gets sore, and it's like it's hard.
And no, because of the back spasms, like the scoliosis and everything like that. I'm well aware of that one too. Don't make me laugh; it hurts.
But
you and your gas, though.
Can you not discuss my gas?
Well, it's burps. It's not like it's coming out your ass.
So I'm what, mouth farting?
Yeah, you said it.
My petite.
She does not.
You should fart right on Daddy right now, because that has an extra special flavor.
That's extra spicy.
Okay, so we have come to the segment, part of our little podcast here, where
oh God,
you know how we do it during recording, where we say stuff wrong.
Yep.
And now we just write it down and yeah.
You know, we have to share all the good, juicy stuff with you guys.
You know, he says things I hear wrong and vice versa. Like he said, I have a game. There is a... Fuck, I can't even... There's a couch co-op?
Couch co-op, yeah.
And I said... Con co-op? Is that what I said? I can't even read my damn writing. Excuse me, ma'am. You want to come sing? Right here? You came all the way up here for that little tiny piece of paper. Where are you going?
And she is making her presence known. That we should be paying attention to her.
Like, I mean, it's the most stupid stuff. He'll say I farted, and I'm like, huh? And mind you, he's sitting on the couch. And I'm like, what? You urinated? Like, excuse me, ma'am. She just yeeted my water bottle with her tail.
Nothing but love.
And the other day he was listening to the song from those Cars, yeah?
Yeah. Wait, which song?
Let the Good Times Roll.
Yeah, I think it's the Cars.
And I heard...
Oh, God.
Bleaching my asshole. I'm like, what?
Let the good times roll. Bleaching my asshole. Yeah.
Bleaching my asshole. I mean, you know, people do it. I'm not judging you.
Oh, God.
Oh, and then I said I talking to my cat, Ma Petite, I asked her, did she eat all her... I asked him while he was in the kitchen. So her bowl is in the kitchen. And I asked him, did she eat all her breakfast? He comes... And this is how I know. Because he doesn't answer within 5 seconds. I know he heard something wrong. And then you see him slowly round the corner, sideways. The head is... His head is sideways. And like, what? And then I'm like, no. I'm not going to tell you what I said unless you tell me what you heard. And I said, did she eat all her breakfast? And he heard, is she over Christmas? I'm like, did she have a bad one? Was it traumatizing?
She had a good Christmas this year.
She did. Oh, yeah. So the cane that I have, I actually didn't bring all of my
stuff, mobility stuff,
my mobility, any of it with me because we had just too much to carry and handle to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have, the cane that I had, the walker that I had. And so he found one and brought it home. So we were talking about he had seen a cane that had like leopard print on it and whatnot, and that he was thinking about getting it and bringing it. I was like, well, it's better than this one because this one has a sticker of a big giant middle finger on it that has the acronym. I think so. For do I look like I give a fuck?
Dilgaff.
Yeah.
The abbreviation.
Abbreviation, not acronym. So that's why I asked you.
Well, I had to come up with the word myself.
Are you going to come here and put your pooper on here? I need to read. It
is a piece of paper, therefore my pooper fits.
Look more paper. So we're talking about the ugly cane, and he says, I can't help what came into my hands for free.
And of course, her dirty mind.
And of course, I answer him, isn't that how that works? Are you, what did this paper shreds do to you?
The cat is deciding that, we should not be recording.
Hey,
we should be paying attention to her.
It is so true, the difference between cats and dogs, where dogs are like, I am so grateful for... Oh, why am I talking like Doug? I am so grateful for this home that you give to me, and you feed me, and you give me a warm place to live, and you love me, and
she's about ready to yeet your soda can off the table too.
Oh well. You, ma'am. Yes, I poked you.
And cats have never forgotten that they were once worshipped in Egypt.
And cats say the same thing as a dog, except the ending is, I must be a god. As opposed to the dog saying, they must be God.
Yeah.
But no, Miss Ginger over here, because she's special, because gingers are predominantly male, and she's one of the rare few.
Ginger with bright orange eyes.
That's a girl. And if you thought torties had attitude, try having a ginger girl. No.
Yeah, I can probably say never again. She's a pretty sweet girl, though.
She's so sassy.
Yeah. She decided to grr you today.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she gets very vindictive when she doesn't get her way.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that all cats, though?
Yeah, no, they decide what they want. They love on their terms, not on yours. That's kind of the cat way.
But she loves you. She gives you the look of love.
I don't know why. Because I'm a dick.
You're a dick. You're not even as nice to her as I am.
I really am. And it's weird because, like, I'll kind of, like, pick her up upside down, whatever, just however I manage to catch her, carry her down the hallway like that. I'm not nice.
And yet she looks at him like, I love you.
Well,
I love you with every fur follicle on my body.
Now, she does not allow you to use the restroom alone.
Yeah. Which one incident was shocking? There's no nice way to say it. I had a back spasm while I stood up from the fucking toilet. And it almost took me out. And I had to lean up against the wall. And I was shaking because the spasms were going on. And she just darted out of nowhere and started bumping my leg with her nose. And then started licking my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And if I hadn't answered her right away, you would have got the very loud song of her people.
Oh, God. When I come home, quite frequently.
I know, mind you, you see those cats that have the cutest, sweetest voices like my mystic, and he was a boy and had just the sweetest little the sweetest little voice, and then you get her. But you know what I've been noticing as I watch more cat TikToks and in Instagram reels, a lot of gingers have that tone of voice.
Yeah. And
it's not pretty, and it's not cute. It's
like for anybody that's seen Nightmare Before Christmas, that scene in there where they're talking about,
they sound like T-Rexes on helium.
Oh, that's better than I was going to say the cat siren that they did in Nightmare Before Christmas, but T-Rexes on helium is better.
Where are you going?
Oh, and she doesn't let Brandy even sit down for even a moment before she's looking up expecting to be played with.
Because her toys are by me, so she'll sit and start giving me the Puss in Boots face. And then she'll squishy up all her paws together and sit as small as she can. And look up at me and give me that Puss in Boots face, like, Mommy, let's play. She looks like the cat version of Doug.
Well, that's because she knows you're a sucker.
And that's why I don't get why you get the look of love.
You get looks of love, just different than mine.
No, I get when I stop petting her while I'm sitting on the dang bowl, I get tiny pinpricks of love reminders on my leg that she's still there.
Excuse me, slave, you were not done.
While you sit on the throne, you must love me and stroke my furs the entire time.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, that's her.
And then the only way I can get her to stop is if I get the opportunity to scoop her up and grab her and love on her and give her kisses all over to where it feels like I completely dirtied her soul, and then let her go, and then she'll go off and clean herself.
Right. Let me see if I can. So, speaking of cats, though, if anybody does feel like doing a good deed, I always put the link in the description. But if a friend of ours has a trap and release
TNR.
A TNR program in Hawaii that needs all the help they can get.
And they also foster and they adopt out.
I always put the link in the description, but
it's for Lucky Paws Rescue.
Lucky Paws Animal Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find them on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter, and they've got their own web page and everything like that. So,
and soon they're gonna have their own location where you can actually come in.
They've got the location,
but they're still building inside.
Yeah, what they're talking about doing now is actually boarding animals while they're on while people are on vacation and stuff, just to help bring in a little help, because the trap and release program is not cheap. So they do need all the help they can get. And Hawaii's got a really bad stray cat problem.
Yeah.
So, but hey, if you feel like doing a good thing, check them out. But let's see, what else? Man, this week has been... Now, tell me this one. If you saw somebody puke on the bus in front of you...
I would say something on my way down.
At least on your way out off the bus, right?
Like, dude, somebody yacked upstairs.
So why don't I ever hear about it?
Because people are dumb.
I'm like, because at the end of every trip, we have to do a little security walkthrough on the bus, and I'm waving my hands around like you guys can see it. But, but
he's actually making shadow animals. with his hands. I'm joking.
I'm like,
people
was
can't.
I really?
People can't. Oh my God, you're so dumb. I'm trying to make a joke, and you're actually looking.
Can you feel the love tonight? But so I got to do my security walkthrough on the bus, and there's this pile of puke on the ground. Like,
just looking at you like, hello.
Yeah, and it's like there's no even convincing yourself that it's anything else. Like it was that like it was too thick to be.
You're gonna analyze it now?
Yeah, it was like thick and nasty,
no.
like chunky.
Excuse me.
You're gonna fall off that.
Stop attacking me!
Oh God!
Look at that face. That's the face of I want to scratch you, mommy.
I am innocent, mommy. I want to play.
I want to scratch you. I want to bite you.
Oh God!
And then he hears us arguing at night too.
But yeah,
like when he's on. I hate people who can lie down and fall asleep within 3 minutes and even less than that.
If I'm tired, that's just the way it is.
Like sometimes I think I still have time to like talk to him while we're in our rooms, and I turn off all the noise in my room, and I can he breathes so loud. That I can even hear him breathing when he's not snoring. And when he breathes so hard, his body shakes. So when we used to be able to sleep in the same bed, he would make me seasick on our own fucking bed. And he didn't believe me until I freaking videoed you. I'm like, look at how hard you breathe.
At least it's not as bad as when you got me in the whole Charlie's Angels thing.
Oh, that was awesome. He would full on Charlie's Angels pose in his sleep. I'm like, what kind of, what are you dreaming about? And which angel are you?
See, now the thing is, you probably even know their names. I do not.
I don't.
You don't? Okay, good. I don't feel so bad now.
The only one I can remember is from the original one, and her name was Kate. And the only reason why I remember is because she had an ugly hairdo, and whenever our hair wasn't looking right, we would tell each other, "Why are you rocking the Kate?"
Oh, jeez.
But yeah. So he was lying down, and he had, like how when you put both of your hands together and you like make your handgun. He had his hand like that, but it was sticking straight, and I'm doing the same fucking stupid thing as him. I'm making the motion, but it was sticking straight up in the air. He was laying on his side, and his elbows were cocked up with his hand, making his arms going straight up in the air with his handgun.
Yeah.
And I thought he was just messing around. So I'm like, are you a Charlie's Angels now or something? And he didn't answer me. I'm like, oh my God, he's fucking dead asleep. So, had to take a picture. And then another one, and he still denies it to this day and says he doesn't know a girl. He doesn't know a girl by this name. He rolled over one night and went, "Oh, Charlotte." I'm like, who the fuck is Charlotte?
No clue.
Lies.
None.
Lies. So much lies.
No, not a lie. But hey.
Apparently she was doing something good.
Well, apparently. Oh, God.
And then if you ask him things in his sleep, that's even better.
Yeah, it's a danger. I could never have a top secret clearance job because apparently I talk in my sleep. So you're not allowed to have one then.
But I wouldn't ask you anything. I'd ask you stupid stuff.
What?
Do you like penis?
Oh, God.
Or just keep on whispering, you like penis. You
try to convince me subliminally to like penis.
Exactly. You like penis.
Well, we did rename large bananas.
You did. Because you came home or was at the store and he's a whole... Now, mind you, he's not waiting for me to be right next to him to tell me. He's like yelling across the fucking produce section. Going, Brandy, check this out. It's fucking banana dingoes. Banana dingoes. I'm like, I'm in my scooter. I just want to turn away and just roll in the other direction. Like, I don't know who the fuck that is, Mr. Banana Dingo.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's why I'm so looking forward to getting you in the grocery store again.
I did go that one time and I almost got in trouble because you're like, stop it. The whole time I was like, stop. All these noises like, Brandy, you're in public. You're in public. You're in public.
She went one time with me to do the grocery shopping. Store. And first time in forever. And it was absolutely hilarious because she caught herself saying stuff.
I was virtual shopping with him with his headphones on.
So she'd be going down the aisle and she'd see something that somebody was wearing and she'd be out loud, what the fuck are you wearing?
Did you look in the mirror? Who let you out?
Which is stuff that she would normally say just in my headphones, but in person.
And then... and I've seen this from a long time before when I didn't have to use the scooter and it was just mom. People give zero fucks about handicapped people who legitimately need those scooters. And they treat you like you're a fucking nuisance.
Yeah.
So... remember those people wouldn't get out of the way and I'm here and you're in the... I'm like, hello, excuse me. I'm like... And after, when I went past, I was like, I'm in public, right?
That was the out loud voice, huh?
I said that out loud, didn't I?
Yeah. And I'm just looking forward to you being able to come a little bit more often. But
it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get you a scooter or something like that, and then we can power through people's shins on the way to the grocery store.
And then I'll get an air horn. And I'll air horn every one of these fuckers. Or like how the horn on Pee Wee Herman's bike.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Oh, God. I can just see it now.
And then like hidden water squirters on the side so I can just like shoot water at people. Get the fuck out of my way.
I could just see it. You'd have like a little trigger right underneath your
I'd have
controls.
The full James Bond action.
Yeah, you'd have like a little trigger and be like... Mm-hmm. And knowing you'd do something like put food dye or something in it so that you'd like shoot somebody and they'd look like they were bleeding or something like that, just to be a dick.
No, because what if they actually had nice clothes on? Then I wouldn't want to do that. I'm mean, but I'm not that mean. Oh. I have bitch personality, but
although we did say that if we ever wanted to go to EDC, we'd get you a scooter like that and deck it out in LEDs and lasers.
Mm-hmm. Put a truss on it.
Hell yeah, that'd be fun as hell. Disco lights, have a little...
I don't know. Isn't EDC next month? Yep.
I think
it's
so.
in April.
I think so. And then right after that is Viva Las Vegas.
No, it's all on the same month.
Oh, God. Yeah. But you know what? I'd rather go to Viva.
I may not go if certain people don't go because...
You don't want to run into other certain people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. I just kind of want to see the pretty cars.
I enjoy the costume, not the costumes, but, the
dress of
the whole dress up thing and
poodle skirts and pompadours.
When did you see a poodle skirt?
There was a few.
Anyway, everybody has Betty Bangs or they've got victory rolls or,
mm-hmm.
And it's all from an era that my grandmother was in. So I've, seen all those hairdos.
And my thing is, when we're looking at that stuff going, oh, those are great outfits and everything like that, then we think, wait a minute, we really are getting old. Because what do we go to on a standard when we're looking for something to watch on TV? Oh, documentaries.
I like documentaries.
Has anything that you would choose to put on in Spotify been newer than 10 years old?
There's some. There's a few.
Not many though, huh?
Yeah, not a lot, but there's a few that I like.
And that's the one that gets me. It's like, man, I'm really starting to feel old. When the other day I found a TikTok thing that was talking about the songs that turned 32 years old this year, and I'm like,
mm-hmm.
Oh, no. No. Anyways, now that we're sufficiently making ourselves feel old again.
Again?
Again. Well, all we have to do is stand up and hear the creaking of our knees to feel old. But we are at the end of our hour.
Not the knees. He's worse than me getting up. It's...
Between my elbows and my knees, well, that's probably because of the fact that I spent the majority of the past decade with jobs that I had to stand up in.
It's like his ankle it starts as soon as he puts his feet down on the ground. It's the ankles, and then he stands up and it's the knees, and then the hips, and then you hear the back, and then he moves his arm and it's bam bam, and his shoulders, and then I'm like, you okay? Everything in place now?
and sometimes the answer is no, but yeah. Anyway, we've hit our hour, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the outro. Wonderful music. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening to the Squirrel Tangent. If you liked what you hear, please check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Pass us on to your friends on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, whatever your streaming service is. And if you really liked us, trust me, we'll bring your name up in an episode. Consider heading over to patreon.com/thesquirreltangent. Give us a couple bucks.
Please.
It helps pay for our streaming service, how we get this down to you.
Not like a lot of people listen to it. It's like we're talking to nobody.
Hey, we've had over 5,000 listens.
Bye-bye. Bye, Karen.